If you watch my full virtual assistant course on YouTube, then this video is for you. Or maybe you're someone trying to start your journey as a virtual assistant, then you should keep watching. This course has been able to help thousands of people, and I'm really glad that I got to put it out there. But there's something that I need to address, and that is the fact that this course is not enough. Just stay with me, I'm going to explain. If you want to start offering your service as a virtual assistant to a client or to your employer, then this course is just the foundation. This course explains, how, the world of virtual assistant is, the services that you might want to offer, the expectations, and, several other things that you might actually come across as a virtual assistant. It opens your mind to what a virtual assistant is and, the things that you should know if you want to go into becoming a virtual assistant. But what it doesn't do is that it doesn't teach you the tasks that you'll be carrying out as a virtual assistant. This is what I mean. So let's say you want to start your journey as an administrative assistant, yeah? And I always advise that when you are starting, do not niche down. And that is because you need to learn the basics. Yeah. So when you're starting as a virtual assistant beginner, I would advise you to, start with the basics, start with admin, learn customer support, learn social media management. Then you can now, pick and say, okay, this is what I prefer. Do you understand? But always include admin in whatever service, you want to start with. Always try to learn that one because it would help you, it will help you with other services. Yeah, because there are some tasks that you'll be doing as a customer support person that some bit of admin will be included in it. Yeah, so even if you're carrying out a social media management task, yeah, you might need to use like spreadsheets, you might need to use Google Documents. So you need to learn all of these things. That is why it's good to take an admin course. Yeah. Now let's say you're hired as an admin assistant. The tasks that you're doing for your clients, for an example, as an admin assistant, you might be tasked with calendar management. Now, how you are going to carry out that task was not explained in this course. Do you understand? How you're going to carry it out, how you're going to go and book, a meeting on a particular platform and do this and do that. It was not thoroughly explained in this course. You still need to take, if this is the only course that you've taken as a virtual assistant beginner, I would advise you to take another course that would actually teach you. This one explains, it gives you that clarity, makes you understand the expectation, what you need to prepare your mind for, what you need to prepare yourself for, but it doesn't teach you what you'll be carrying out as a virtual assistant. Because if you say you want to start as a virtual admin assistant, then you should take an administrative support course. You understand? Because that will teach you, that will go deep into, what you're going to, what you'll be doing for what the tasks that you'll be carrying out for your clients as an admin assistant. But this course does not do that. So do not take this course alone and, believe that you are good to go. This is not enough. There are still other things that you need to do. And I went deep into all of these things in the video that I'm going to be sharing next. So after this video, just turn on your notification bell. I'm going to be sharing a video that explains in details all the things that you need to put in place in order to prepare and to professionally offer your service as a virtual assistant. So after taking this course, go ahead and take another course in the particular niche that you want to start with, be it admin, be it customer support, be it social media management. If you like to start taking those courses, maybe admin or customer support, you can check the link in the description. I've got some self-paced courses that are really practical that you can start with. You can learn at your own pace and also practice. Now, when it comes to practicing, another important thing is when you take a course, let's say you take my self-paced admin course, yeah, which is very detailed, it's very practical, right? Now, when you take that course, you're expected to practice because that is when what you're learning is going to stick. You understand? That is when you're going to understand what you're learning. So you watch the course, you take the course. There are very practical videos that explains the course in a way that you're going to understand. However, you still need to practice, right? Do not just take a course and say, okay, I am done watching it, yeah, or I'm done reading it, and then you get a certificate and then you are done and you say, okay, now I can offer my service as a virtual assistant. That is not enough. You need to practice because if you do not practice and you're confident in yourself that okay, I know how to carry this task, I know how to carry out this task properly. If you do not do that, by the time you get a client, it's going to tell because they would give you tasks and you will not be able to do those tasks. So that is why it is very important that you practice. Yes, this course is a self-paced course, meaning there is no coaching involved, there is no support involved. You're going to, take the course. Like I said, it's very practical. So it's if you follow along, you can actually practice. But to help you practice better, I have a community that you can join, and you're also going to be given tasks to do. You're also going to be given feedback after doing those tasks, and then you'll be corrected and you can go back and repeat it until you get it right. Do you understand? Because the more you practice a particular task, the more you're confident in that task, and the more you become more confident in offering your service as a virtual assistant. And apart from that, because you're just starting your journey as a virtual assistant, you need something called a portfolio, which I'm going to be explaining more in the video that I'll be posting after this one. So do well to turn on your notification bell so you do not miss that video. Now, those tasks that you'll be carrying out, those tasks that you'll be given in the community, yeah, so do well to join my community. Those tasks that you'll be given, once you do them well, you're going to take a screenshot of it and then it's be added to your portfolio as your sample project. So when you hear virtual assistant beginners asking questions like, oh, I do not have any work experience, what am I going to put in my portfolio? These are things that you can put in your portfolio. The tasks that you've been given, that you've carried out, you're going to take a screenshot of it. Of course, feedback will be given if you did it well or not, and then you can go back to do it. And when it is good enough, you can actually take screenshot of this tasks and actually add it to your portfolio as your sample projects, because now it means that you can actually confidently carry out those tasks on your own. So of course they can be added to your portfolio, and when your client sees this, they know that okay, this person can actually carry out this task. You understand? So I just wanted to put this out there so that you're aware that this video, yes, it's very useful, it has helped thousands, and I'm really glad it did, but this is not enough. So if you would like to start, just go to the link in the description and you're going to find all of these things that I mentioned. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.